The main event of the UFC's return to Abu Dhabi pits old versus young, where perennial contender Robert Whittaker faces off against surgeon prospect Reiner. Robert Whittaker is your favourite fighter's favourite fighter, and he's been in or around the UFC's middleweight top 5 for the best part of 5 to maybe even 10 years when you think about his run. He's really been that litmus test for so long of guys who want to break into the top 5 and fight for a UFC title. He got off to a great start in 2024 with big wins over Paulo Costa and a first round knockout of Ikram Aliskerov, but got that win streak broken by Khamzat Chimaev last October. Here to Riddy, he's kind of been a breath of fresh air in the middleweight division with stoppage victories over Gerald Meerschaert, Kevin Holland, and most recently against Bo Nickel, all in the space of a year. And it was really that win against Nickel which solidified him as one of the top guys to watch at 185. For Reiner the game plan has to be to try and get this fight to the ground and control Whittaker in the grappling department in at least some part. He will take inspiration from Whittaker's last loss to Khamzat Chimaev last October. Khamzat and Reiner have very different grappling styles, with Khamzat being much more of a physical dominator, where Reiner is much more of a technician in the grappling sense. Rob will certainly have the power and the skill advantage in the striking, and he will be looking to keep this fight on the feet and pick Reiner apart with his excellent boxing to kickboxing combinations throughout the course of this fight. The two key questions going into this fight are, first and foremost, how will Whittaker bounce back from the Khamzat Chimaev loss? That was a embarrassing and in some ways likely humbling loss for Whittaker, who granted has only ever lost to the top in the middleweight division, your Israel Adesanya, Dricus du Plessis, and now Khamzat Chimaev, who will fight for a title later this year. But it is going to be interesting to see how Whittaker bounces back from that defeat. The second question surrounding this fight is how Reiner will fare with a massive step up in competition. Now granted, he's beat good guys in his one championship run, and the wins over Kevin Holland and Bo Nickel are certainly nothing to be ashamed of, but he is facing a massive step up in competition with former UFC champion Robert Whittaker, and it's going to be very interesting to see how he handles the bright lights, the main event, and the spotlight in this fight. Whittaker is the slight favourite with bookmakers at the moment, and we've seen him in this position so many times where he's defending his place against the next generation of the middleweight division. Predicting this fight, I do feel like Whittaker is going to get over the line, probably via decision, and I do anticipate Reiner to have certain moments of success throughout this fight. But I feel like the skill, along with the experience advantage on Whittaker's side, is going to prove too much for Reiner Robert Whittaker to get over the line in the main event this weekend.